In this video, we'll take a look at one of the most basic aspects of trading, and that is going to be support and resistance. So support and resistance is exactly what it sounds like. It is support for price or resistance to price. So for example, a place where price won't drop below. So that is support there as the market continues to find buyers in this general vicinity, just as this was resistance as the markets kept trying to break above there, but could not actually accomplish that. Now, support and resistance tends to form at large round figures, and as a result, you can use that to your advantage. In order to do this on TradingView, you click on the line tool, the horizontal line tool, and then you just place it right on the chart. You can drag from the oval here, and this brings up something a bit interesting. So as you can see, I can right click this and go down to the settings, the coordinates. I can make it 240 even, and most of the time you will find that price tends to respect these round numbers, like I said. Now, there is an area that has been supportive, a little bit of a range here just below 240. And as we broke higher in Ethereum on the daily chart, we finally plunged through it and it offered resistance. You quite often see that. It's market memory. So what I use to illustrate this a lot of times will be the idea of a high rise. So say you've got 4 floors here. Floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, floor 4. And if you take the stairs or the elevator up to the second floor, what was once the ceiling now becomes your floor. Just as if you drop from the 4th floor to the 3rd floor, what was once your floor becomes the ceiling. It's kind of the same thing in technical analysis. Let me go ahead and draw a couple of other lines, and you will see that as I draw these out, it becomes apparent that this market, Ethereum, seems to like these levels right around every $40 or so. You can make an argument for these are areas you should be trading from. Now, quite often what people will do is they'll look for support or resistance in the marketplace on higher time frames and then perhaps drill down to a lower time frame to see how it behaves. That's getting a little ahead of where we're at now, but what this does suggest to you is that markets, in fact, are not random, and they do have little roadmap, kind of like posts and signs. You can think of it as opening up a map, seeing that there are directions, there are turns and twists in the road, very similar here. By simply drawing these 4 lines, you can see how different the market suddenly looks, and you will find that this is the case in pretty much anything you draw. So this is the letter X. This is U.S. Steel, common stock. I can go ahead and draw that there. And I can right click on the circle, click on settings. I can change that to 25 just to make it 25 even. You can see that price does seem to respect that. That was support. It finally broke down. And look, it became resistance later. That's that changing floors kind of analogy that I put. So let's take a look at $20, for example. You can see that the market certainly respected this. You can also see that it's not to the penny. It's a general idea. So that's where you mix in technical analysis with trend analysis, maybe candlestick analysis at these crucial areas. You know, you don't just go in and start selling or shorting at $20, expecting it to never go to $20.01. It's just a guideline, but support and resistance, without a doubt, probably one of the most basic, if not the most basic, actual basic form of technical analysis, but it's also one of the most crucial. And in fact, a lot of professional traders simply will mark up their charts like you're seeing me do here, and then look for the right candlestick. Now, we're going to marry that with the idea of Fibonacci retracements and extensions, and we'll see how that works down the road. But I want you to, as a little bit of a homework assignment, open up as many charts as possible, just like you see me doing here, and draw lines and see what you notice. See that it repeats. See that these are areas that are support and resistance over time. You'll notice that it breaks up the chart in very symmetrical patterns.